What's up everyone and welcome back to the AG Chelsea TV. Today let's get started with £195,000 a week star like a brand new signing at Stamford Bridge. Nkunku has hinted that he has stepped up his recovery from a long-term injury by posting on social media, via Football London, footage of him working with French personal trainer Jérôme Andrel. The update was accompanied by a work in progress caption as the attacker, who joined Chelsea in a £52 million switch from Bundesliga side RB Leipzig during the summer, was seen working on his balance and building strength back up in the damaged knee by doing horizontal pull-ups using a resistance band with his legs balanced on a large ball. The Blues are still expected to be without Nkunku for a number of months as he is unlikely to be in line to make his debut until the turn of the year, but he has also returned to the gym, lifted weights and been getting involved in some occasional ball work as he looks to battle back from the layoff he suffered during a pre-season friendly against Borussia Dortmund. The 25-year-old was forced to undergo surgery just a matter of days before the campaign got underway after damaging the meniscus in his knee, which came as a cruel blow as he looked to make an instant impression in a Chelsea shirt. Nkunku headed to Stamford Bridge having been the leading goalscorer in the Bundesliga last season, which led to respected journalist Paul Brown previously telling GiveMeSport that supporters should be excited by the prospect of seeing the summer acquisition in their colours. Jacobs believes Chelsea showed they have plenty of firepower when they consigned newly promoted Burnley to a 4-1 defeat in the final Premier League outing before the international break. But the reputable reporter feels Nkunku will hand Pochettino a significant boost when he comes back into the fray, as the £195,000 per week man will make the West Londoners even more of a threat in the final third of the pitch. Jacobs told GiveMeSport, Chelsea have got players who are capable of scoring goals regularly, and the win against Burnley was a good example of that in many ways. Raheem Sterling was outstanding. Nicolas Jackson came off the bench and scored. Armando Broja was fit to start the game and, even though he didn't score, he is another option for Pochettino. It all looks a little bit healthier. When you add Nkunku to the mix, Chelsea suddenly have got a little bit of depth and quality. Nkunku is going to feel like a brand new signing to Chelsea. He is effectively a brand new signing for Chelsea because he picked up his injury so early and in the pre-season period. Chelsea get major boost before Arsenal. Chelsea can relax a little during the international break as players continue to drop like flies with injury issues across the board. Mudryk is the latest to join the growing list of doubts 1 week into the fortnight away from club action, and for Mauricio Pochettino it is a problem. Cole Palmer, Nicolas Jackson, Armando Broja and Axel Disasi have all become fresh doubts for the Blues as they look to prepare during the break for the visit of Arsenal. However, one player that Pochettino will be able to keep a closer eye on is Thiago Silva. The Brazilian was left out of Fernando Diniz' second squad as the temporary head coach once more turned away from his veteran defender. Silva has now not played for his country since the World Cup. At the time he hinted at potential international retirement but has so far not been needed, with the South Americans making good progress towards qualification for the 2026 World Cup already. For Silva, 39, it is not the worst thing ever as he is saved from long journeys in a short space of time, especially as he remains an integral part of Pochettino's Chelsea side. The manager has already seen the effect that trips to South America and back can have on his players after Moises Caicedo arrived back from the last break injured and Enzo Fernandez severely fatigued. This time around Brazil doesn't play their second match until Wednesday, October 18th in the morning, just 3 days before Chelsea are due to play Arsenal at Stamford Bridge. Being given minutes in that game, or even having to travel back afterwards, is far from ideal preparation for such a big game. Instead, Silva has been able to work back at Cobham alongside Raheem Sterling, Marc Cucurella, and Rob Sanchez, just a few of the names not needed with their countries currently. It is a big help for Pochettino as he also balances the integration and recovery of his other players. Unlike Gabriel Jesus and Gabriel Magalhaes, two of Mikel Arteta's stars who will be aiming to play a big role in the game on Saturday but are currently away with Brazil, Silva has spent his time being a bit more relaxed. On Saturday night he was spotted watching on at Kingsmeadow as Emma Hayes' Chelsea women beat West Ham 2-0. Romelu Lukaku revealed the truth about transfer saga. Romelu Lukaku is ready to shock football by blowing the lid on the real story behind his 2023 transfer saga. The Belgian international left Chelsea after a miserable time and struck a new deal with Inter Milan before going to Juventus and then Roma. Now, under Jose Mourinho, Lukaku has been in glittering form with 7 goals in 8 matches, making him a favourite with the Roma fans, but it is a massive surprise considering the transfer trauma that Lukaku suffered. The 30-year-old said, "I have to wait for the right moment. You all know me. When I speak, I don't go around the pot. Then I don't do politics. I know what has been going on behind the scenes. But when I tell my story, I want everyone to listen to my point of view for once, and nothing is taken out of context. The time is not yet right for that. We are in a good groove. At Roma, we won the last 3 matches and I left with good vibes. For the national team, it is also an important week. But I read so much bull's tea. There is always big speculation and top-level talks involved in any big transfer. But Lukaku went on. I had supposedly told myself I was going to a certain club, Inter Milan, but that didn't make sense. There were also a few clubs I wouldn't go to, Juventus. At one point, I was about to explode. When 90% of what is said about you is not true, it is hard to keep your mouth shut. 5 years ago, I would definitely have exploded, but now I didn't put my energy into it. Not now, either. If I really told the truth here at this moment, many would be shocked. I just want to make an example of NBA player LeBron James, even though I'm not like LeBron. Bam, bam, bam. That one took a lot of criticism, but handled it unflinchingly. I want to adopt that mentality. Lukaku is in a rich vein of form with Roma. He added, I spent the whole summer focusing on what I do best, playing football. There are a lot of people who have been talking in my name, but I've been working especially hard on my own. The more intense the negotiations with AS Roma became, the harder I trained. I have to thank Raja Nainggolan because he told me a lot about the club and about the supporters. In addition, of course, I had talks with Jose Mourinho. I didn't play at my good level for 2 years due to injuries, a dramatic World Cup, and having to sit on the bench in Champions League matches. It was important to find a club where I could take responsibility and find teammates who could also achieve something. I never doubted it would work out with Mourinho. Chelsea star reveals role of brothers in shaping up his football career. Chelsea midfielder Moises Caicedo has credited his brothers for playing a pivotal part in his journey to becoming a Premier League star. In an interview with the Premier League's official account on X, formerly Twitter, Caicedo opened up on his early days in Ecuador playing football with his siblings. The 21-year-old explained how his older brothers never went easy on him, helping shape the combative side of his game from a young age. It's been a journey filled with tears and pain. I played football with one of my brothers, and they were all older than me. They were stronger than me. It was tough as they used to play hard so I could be strong from a young age. I'm very thankful for that because it's thanks to them I'm here today, making one of my biggest dreams come true. Moises Caicedo's brothers introduced him to football and instilled the resilience he has used to reach the top level. Their physical approach forced Caicedo to develop the ruggedness needed to compete in the Premier League's midfield battles. Since joining Chelsea in August for £115 million, the Ecuadorian has quickly established himself as a key figure at Stamford Bridge. His all-action displays have made him a favourite among the Blues faithful thanks to the tenacity ingrained in him from his siblings. Caicedo acknowledges he owes his brothers immense gratitude for their part in shaping him into the player Chelsea are enjoying right now. The Ecuador international has played 7 matches for the Blues this season. And that's the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to support me.